I'm Kersley Malarkey, and you're watching Hedge TV again. Hey, so I guess by now everyone has seen that Congress came out and said, yeah, we have recovered non-human spacecraft, and not only that, but also the non-human pilots, right? Which that's what they're saying, non-human. They're not coming out and saying extraterrestrial, like it doesn't necessarily come from outside Earth, but it's technology beyond the technology we possess, and by non-humans, right? So yeah, it's extraterrestrial, clearly. And a lot of people are saying, well, so what? How does that affect my life? You know, is it going to help me pay my rent, right? Going to keep me from being evicted and live on the streets? No, of course not. And yeah, it's hard to be excited about something like that because cost of living does just keep soaring. And yeah, they came out and say, well, aliens are real, but it doesn't help, right? So how does it really affect you in your daily life? It really doesn't seem to. But what you got to remember is what we're seeing is a release of information, a slow release of information. If you remember, last year, the U.S. Navy came out and released footage of UFOs that was taken by Navy pilots and said, hey, this is technology that is beyond our technology. We don't know what it is, we don't know where it came from, but it's operating in U.S. airspace, right? And so this year, we find out, yeah, we've actually recovered non-human spacecraft and non-human entities, right? Which, of course, if you're like me, already knew that anyway. They've been talking about that since the 50s and supposedly since the 30s, right? But now they've actually come out in Congress and said it. And so why I think that's important is by looking at the big picture, the long game, right? Because I believe that maybe next year, maybe sooner, we'll find out, yeah, actually our governments have been operating in unison with these extraterrestrial intelligences, you know what I mean? And so we're seeing a release of information slowly. And I think that's kind of meaningful. Yeah, in the meantime, things are shit, but we're heading in the right direction, obviously. That's what that means. In fact, going right along that theme, we have just discovered room temperature superconductors, right? I mean, we've had superconductors for a long time, but nothing that could use in normal temperatures, except, you know, extreme temperatures only, right? So, but now we have room temperature superconductors. Now, the implications of that are way too big for me to go into in one video, especially I don't even fully understand them. But what I do know is it's the technology we need to end the energy crisis, to end our dependency on fossil fuels, right? Not only that, it's also the technology we need for deep space travel, for warp drive even. Okay, so this is all meaningful information for an important and meaningful future. And so I think we're going to start seeing more information coming out. And yeah, it's easy to be jaded because I'm on my way to work right now just so I can make ends meet, you know what I mean? The aliens, spacecraft doesn't help me, right? You know, it reminds me of Invader Zim. Where's my free energy, right? We're just always looking out for number one. But what we got to remember is to look out at the big picture, and that we are going in the right direction. It may not be as fast as we want personally, but we're heading in the right direction, and things are improving. And I think this is what this information coming out now is all about.